We live in an ever-evolving landscape of the 21st century. And today's youth stand at the forefront of a new era, grappling with changes that are unique to their time. The theme of this passage of scripture is youth facing challenges.
Yeah.
It paints a picture of the struggles and triumphs that shape this generation. To shed light on this crucial topic, let me share a story that encapsulates the essence of the youth's journey in a world that's brimming with obstacles and opportunities. In a bustling metropolis where skyscrapers scraped the sky and technology was the heartbeat of daily life, there lived a young woman named Maya. At 21 years old, she epitomized the spirit of today's youth. She had resilience, she was adaptable, and she was driven. Maya had grown up with smartphones, and she could code as easily as she could speak, but she was not untouched by the challenges of her time. Maya's journey began with the opportunity to attend a prestigious university where she immersed herself in computer science. She was passionate about innovation and hoped to make a difference in the tech world. However, the path was not without obstacles. The relentless pace of her coursework and the pressures to excel often weighed her down. Maya spent countless sleepless nights in front of her laptop, coding and debugging, striving to keep up with the every advancing tech industry. But beyond academics, Maya, she navigated the complex world of social media. She left the pressures to create a picture-perfect online presence, competing for likes and validation in her virtual reality.
Yeah.
The constant comparison to her peers made her question her own worth, adding another layer of challenges to her life. Yet, amidst the issues that she was going through, she poured her heart and soul in endeavor, collaborating with and a diverse group of young innovators who shared her vision together. They created cutting-edge solutions that had the potential to mitigate climate change. But in a world defined by rapid change, the youth of today emerge as a beacon of hope, pioneering innovation and driving progress in ways previous generations could only dream. I read that story to say that when we came along, when we were youth, we thought what we had was top of the line.
Right. Yeah.
8-track tape players, cassette players. We thought we had it going on. But in an ever-changing world, today's youth has technology that we never would have even thought of. Because Maya in this story, she had a cell phone. Reverend Bradley, did you have a cell phone when you was a teenager? That's right. You can't find anybody right now that don't have a cell phone. If you don't have one, they'll give you one. And I can remember the computers when they first came out with computers. They were big old bulky things. And now everybody walk around with one in their pocket. You see, we live in an ever-changing world. But the Bible will tell you that there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
We all face obstacles in our life. We all have our challenges. We all are going to go through something because God's going to have us go through something to get us to something. In 1 Samuel 17, we find that iconic tale of David and Goliath. I know we've all heard of that story. A young shepherd who was sent by his father to check on his older brothers, who were part of King Saul's army. But upon arriving to the camp, David learned of the Philistine champion Goliath, who was a formidable giant who challenged the Israelites to a one-on-one battle. One-on-one, Saul the king, he the man. Stand head and shoulders above everybody else. Should have been his job. It should have been his job. But he was afraid. And here we have a 17-year-old shepherd boy accepted the challenge. So many times we don't want to accept the challenges that we are faced with. We want to pass it off on somebody else. But David knew he had someone on his side. Someone on his side that no matter what the circumstances are, no matter how difficult it may seem, he knew that he would be victorious. Why? Because he had an unwavering faith. He believed in the Father. He believed in God. And as long as we keep faith, this is what this is about today for the youth. You got to have faith. You're going to be faced with peer pressure. You're going to be faced with all types of things. But you just have to keep the faith. Even though David was a young man, a young boy at 17 years old, but he felt that he had the ability to take on Goliath due to his young age and lack of experience of combat. This is how he overcome these obstacles. David refused to wear Saul's armor, first of all. I'm not going to wear that. That's for you. That's not for me. Instead, he relied on his skills, the skills that he had learned as a shepherd. He chose his sling and a stone as his weapon. These are simple tools, but they were ones that he was proficient with. Then the next thing he relied on was his faith. And he had confidence in his faith. David had an unshakable faith in God, and this gave him confidence. He believed that God would help him overcome Goliath. He had honed his skills in the hills with the sheep as he shepherded the sheep. So he had precision with his sling and his rock. Ultimately, David contributed his victory to God, to whom victory should be given. But as he stood there before the giant with a sling and 5 smooth stones,
All right.
everybody else was looking at how big Goliath was, looking up, but David looked down. And notice that he hadn't been circumcised.
All right.
So he knew then that he was not of the faith. He didn't believe. So you just have to remember